All right, so I'm here with Joshua Clark Ochoa.
Yes, hello, how you doing?
Joshua, how old are you?
I just hit 40.
40?
Yes, sir.
Are you originally from Arizona?
No, sir, I'm from Oceanside, Camp Pendleton Naval Hospital. I'm from Oceanside, California, Long Beach.
All right, and what brings you out here?
My family lives out here. Like, my family, they all basically posted up out here. Like, my whole family is from Arizona. They're all from Phoenix. The only other person that's from Cali is just my mom's dad, so it's my grandfather. But all my other aunts, uncles, and my whole family is basically from Phoenix.
What's your situation right now? Are you homeless?
Yes, sir, I'm homeless right now, but I'm just working on the stability of getting back into my situation because I have 25 years of being legally disabled to the state of Arizona. So, like, even when I was going back with my doctors and doing the whole situation with seeing my brain doctors, my physical occupational therapists and stuff, they told me that the state owes me 25 years with a disability. So that's $250,000 that I've set. So I just started doing my disability thing again. So I'm just waiting.
What happened to you? Like, why are you disabled?
I got hit by a car going, well, my little brother and I were crossing the street because we lived out of the Washington Elementary School district, and I was going to Sunny Slope, and we lived over there on 43rd Avenue and right between Bethany and Glendale, and the Catholic school right over there. Like, they had the post walk, the city of Glendale had their side already posted, like redone on the crosswalk. But the city of Phoenix, they didn't. And when we were crossing the street, we were halfway out there in the middle of the crosswalk. But there was a dude that was coming from Bethany, and the dude was on drugs and drunk at the same time too. And he was going 75 miles an hour. And I saved my brother's life, otherwise he was gonna get hit by the car. And he was only 8 years old at the time, and I was 15 years old. So I was just lucky, I just risked my life to save his life.
So what, did you just like push him out the way or what?
Oh, I hurried up and grabbed him and threw him out of the way so that way he wouldn't get hit by the car. But then I tried to jump out of the way, but I got hit by the car, the front of the car, and went inside the windshield, came back out, hit the top of the car, and flew 50 feet away. As soon as I hit the asphalt, I was already in a coma, ripped all my tendons out. I had a big ass hole right there. And then luckily, thank God, with my family, we were born with something extra in our family. I have an extra tendon in my body, so that's how I was able to connect all my tendons with my one hand. And then I had brain surgery. I was in a coma for 3.5 weeks, and I lost, part of my brain died. I had brain damage all over my whole brain. I shattered my whole shin. My knee was 180 degrees one way, and my foot was 180 degrees the opposite way. And then when the paramedics got there, they tore off all my clothes, and they looked at my mom and dad and said, "What are you feeding this boy?" And they're like, "No, he's just naturally wide." And they're like, "We don't see a kid that's naturally cut, being 15, because I was bodybuilding and stuff with my aunts and uncles since I was 6 years old. And, I was just working out, doing things. I was all-American athlete, playing all different kinds of sports. But, if I had to risk my life to do it again, I would do it for anyone in my family. 25 years ago.
Great.
Coming up on this January 16th.
And what do you do to survive out here?
Nothing. I just basically do what I do. I mean, I sit there and I try to help out everybody that I possibly can. Like whenever I see anybody on drugs or whenever I see somebody else, like I don't like when guys hit women. That's the worst thing that I could ever see because my dad, my aunts and uncles, they used to beat their other opposite sex. You know what I mean? I don't encourage that or I don't do that. Like my grandfather, the way that he taught me how to be raised was that to be a gentleman. To always treat women like as princesses, queens, and goddesses. Because you guys got to remember, these women are the ones that brought us in this world. These women are the ones that gave us 9 months of their serenity, of us being in their bodies for 9 months, and then they're the ones that are also teaching us to be right from wrong. And that's how I basically established my life.
So what about you? Do you mess with any substances?
No, I just basically smoke with medical marijuana. And then that's basically about it.
You don't mess with the blues out here or nothing?
I have maybe once in a while in the past, but I also OD'd off of it one time.
Yeah.
But that's why I never wanted to try back to do it.
How was that experience when you OD'd, bro?
Oh man, it was like one of the most ruthless experience. Cause like the first time I OD'd, like the girl, she said that she came over and she was like blowing air in my face and stuff and everything, and then blowing air and waving air in my face. And the last time I seen her, she's all, "I gave you CPR," and I was like, "Did you?" I don't remember that. But Then I just did that just like a couple days ago too. I almost OD'd again and stuff and everything. And then my homies, they just like sat there. They put because they said that I was barely even breathing at all and stuff and everything. And I was like, I can't do that because I was like, I have a better life to live.
Yeah.
And I know I lived life so that way. That's why I'm out here, because everybody always tells me I should be a psychiatrist or counselor for other people and stuff and everything, because I give other people reasons to live. I give other people, like, if they should be get off the drugs and everything, they should be doing something better with their lives, like doing disability or being a caregiver, or if not, trying to take care of their friends and family. Like being a counselor, or if not, be an encourager. You know what I mean? Like,
you still have family out here?
I have a lot of family. Like my family, when I was 13 years old, bro, we had 1,350 family members out there, and just in one part. Like my mom's side, my grandfather's side, it's the Gonzaleses and the Ochoas, and we're just like big. Like my family, we're like little roaches, man. We don't have one kid or something like that. We have like 30 or 40 different kids.
Yeah. Typical Mexican family.
Yeah, you know how it is, bro.
Yeah. So do they know about your current situation, about you being homeless right now, or not?
My family members, yeah, they do. Like, I wish my dad was still alive, man. Because if my dad was still alive, I know he'd be out here in a second, or I'd be up there living with him in Reno, Nevada and stuff. But I know his new wife was the one that did kill him, because she tried to play it off that she only had, she was only a widow to 3 other husbands. And it wasn't 3, it was 6. And then my dad, because my dad got his disability and stuff and everything, and instead of him just getting like $3,000, my dad ended up getting like $5,000 a month. Because my dad was in the Marine Corps, and plus my dad, he always busted his behind working. He was working like 100, 120 hours a week. And then my dad and I, when we even started our own custom home furniture Oak Outlet business out there in Carson City. We ran that. It was badass. Excuse my language, but it was bad. And it was cool as hell. And then plus, we were working for Powell Cabinetry and Fixtures, where we built the inside casinos from top to bottom. And we were working 123, 130 hours a week. Or 93 hours a week. So.
Back then when you used to work, what kind of work did you used to do?
Oh, I did all different kinds of work. I did, I built the inside casinos. I built from top to bottom. I did custom home furniture work. I did warehouse work. I did, besides that, I did teaching. I also taught over there at Independence High School, special ed teaching. And then plus I worked at stores. You know, I love doing all kinds of work. I love doing everything. Cause like when I do certain things, like I was trying to get bored of it. Like when I'm turning to do something, I'm like, oh, I gotta do something else. I get bored of this, and so I'll go to another job. Unless I love building stuff. So like that was something that my grandfather had. My grandfather, he was gonna join the NBA, but instead of him doing that, his father owned a custom home furniture business, so he took that over when he was 21. And so I just basically was raised in, making custom home furniture. And it's nice.
That's cool, man. If we have some younger viewers and they're watching this interview and they're thinking about trying blues or trying G or any other substances, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say no, don't do it. If you want to do anything, stick with medical marijuana, bro, because I know medical marijuana, that helps a lot of people, like especially people, younger kids or older adults that are having seizures. Like if they do that, they take the medical capabilities of eating the edibles and stuff and everything, that reduces your way of having seizures and stuff. Because I've even had nieces, nephews, and aunts and uncles who've had seizures and stuff, and they're constantly having like 3 or 4 of them, like maybe a week, or like 5 or 6 of them a week, and now they're just barely having like maybe 1 or 2 every other month. And I'd rather them encourage them to do that, because you can do that and still be on top of your game and still do work, still do school, and be around your family and not go through the crazy and endurance of not being on other drugs. Because I know when you're on G, I know when you're on heroin, that totally changes your mind. And I know when the blues came out here, especially when the last 3 or 4 years, when the blues came out here, and I noticed a lot of other people, they don't care about anybody. They'll sit there and kill anybody, they'll rob anybody, they'll rape anybody, they'll molest, they'll steal, And I don't encourage none of that, because if I see anybody do that to anyone out here, and to the younger, to the older, or to the elderly, I will make sure that those guys don't ever walk another day on this earth, because we shouldn't be doing that. We should be living love and live life and love it to the fullest, like how God created this earth to be.
Exactly.
That's the way I see it as.
All right, Joshua, thank you for this interview. I really do appreciate it. Are you okay with me using it on my YouTube channel?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
All right, man. Thank you. And before I take off, do you have anywhere where my subscribers can reach out to you if they have any sort of help that they want to offer to you? Like, do you have any social media or anything like that?
Yeah, I usually do, but just hit me up on Facebook, joshuaochoa.com.
Joshua Ochoa?
Yes, sir.
On Facebook? All right.
All right.
Cool, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.